All right, just give this a second. Just make sure this is going live to the Bob Rocks page. They can't hear us right now, so.
Can they hear us?
Nah, it shouldn't be able to.
Can they see us?
Because I haven't like made it go live yet. So.
I wonder if they can hear us. Pop, pop, check, check. Bloop, bloop.
I'm gonna check the Bob Rocks page to make sure that.
The Human Torch was denied a bank loan.
Why was that?
I don't know. I guess he's too hot to handle.
Too hot.
Ooh.
All right. This new Facebook setup, it's like there's certain things I can't find. So I saw the notification pop up that it was there, but I just don't see the. I feel like. Oh, there it is. I feel like that family member that has computer
Guys,
problems.
they can hear you because your mics are still on. Look at the live comments.
What? 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 There is comments. There's comments. That's a little embarrassing. At least I'm wearing pants.
Oh, that's good.
I'm not wearing pants. This is a torso. This is a waist up interview.
It's a waist up interview, but I went with fancy.
You said put on a.
I got fancy pants on.
You said you said get dressed. So that means torso up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just trying to bring this up on the computer. And I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like I'm the computer guy, and like this new Facebook, like how it's arranged right now, like things aren't where I normally would find them, because I do quite a bit of streaming on here, but it's like, I'm just not sure where it is. Anyways, I'll just hop in with the intro here. I just want to thank 101.5 Bob Rocks for having us on the Bobflix Chill takeover.
Yeah.
Much appreciated. I want to thank them as well for us
being
the single best mistake on the station. The response has been pretty awesome, if I might say so myself.
Mm-hmm.
So how's everybody doing? People in the chat that could hear us that we couldn't see. How's it going?
Yes, indeed. You guys got the inside behind the scenes scoop. I wish we could see who all was on the Facebook. If you guys are on here, stay hi.
To bring that up. Just because the thing is, because we have packed into the Bob Rocks page, it's like when I click on their page, it goes to admin.
Oh, okay.
Instead of just seeing what's there and being able to see the videos, because they moved all that stuff. So
maybe I can go on.
There it is. I got into the page.
Okay.
This is what life is like for me right now.
Box of chocolates.
There we go. Mel's here. Lorianne's here. Veronica's here. How's it going? Say, Mike, turn yourself up. I've been trying to. I'm just not sure how loud I actually need to be here. I don't know if that's better or if it's worse. The program might just be trying to silence me. You've had enough of me.
Silence.
You guys can talk amongst yourselves. I just want to share this to the 10th Machine page.
Okay, I see. So hopefully everybody's having a great day. We got like a little bit of rain, some precipitation here. So that was a nice needed little squall. But I definitely I just heard some. I heard some of me. But yeah,
I just turned the volume off. Don't worry.
We're getting the hang of this takeover, and I guarantee within 5 minutes we'll know what we're doing. But Cindy, hey, Veronica's on, Mel's on, Lorianne's on. It's good to see everybody. Yeah, let us know that you're on here and leave a comment, because it's easier to see. And definitely ask us lots of questions. This is your time to get the nitty gritty. Yeah.
Also, this is the maiden voyage of StreamYard platform. We did a quick run through this yesterday, and we were pretty excited about it. And then I went to bed thinking, like, I hope this works, because sometimes with tech, when things have to work, they just decide to like not work that day. Everything it can work 5 times, and then when you actually need to launch the shuttle, you're like, okay, this isn't working.
Then not so much. Yeah. No, I've had that before. I was kind of scared today too, so I'm glad that we kind of got somewhat together a little bit beforehand, just to make sure. Yeah, everything was going correctly.
So, Brendan and Dane, quarantine, COVID.
I feel like we haven't seen each other at all, because we haven't seen each other at all.
This is the best for us, actually, like being together in a room.
Yeah, it's true.
Because like we have weekly meetups to chat about band stuff, but it's like this is almost better, because then we could just like have us all together here. So.
Well, and I have to say, most of the time when we do our meets up, I don't even put the camera on, because I'm half asleep or half dressed.
Oh, Mike lost Mike.
He doesn't like it when I get half dressed, so he wants to go half dressed.
I was double checking my audio.
Oh, Diesel's on here.
Oh, there we go. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Mike's figuring things.
Check. Oh, is that better?
Yeah, you're way loud now.
Oh, okay. That's better.
Yeah, no, my microphone switched over to my webcam.
Oh.
So I was talking into the wrong ear for a second here, because the webcam is up here and then the microphone's down here. So, all right, there we go. I'm sounding better to everybody. Some technical difficulties, but that's what happens when you do it live.
Difficulties. That's good. Diesel's on. Jess is on. Hello.
We're gonna have a party here in a second. Just waiting for a few more guests to arrive. It almost feels like a legit Toronto show. We're like, oh, we'll just start a little bit later when the crowd gets here, and then you're.
Yeah, I know we were supposed to play, but we're gonna wait. Just you guys, we just need more people.
Yeah, you're on at 8:10.
It's not good enough for us yet.
Yeah, you're on at 8:10 or
11:45.
Yeah, which could be midnight.
Yeah, pretty much.
All right, that's gonna do.
And no air conditioning.
So how you guys been doing during the quarantine? Just for the fans to hear what we've been doing up here, because we're in Canada. We're not in Pennsylvania.
That is true. That is definitely very true. What's it like in Pennsylvania right now? Los Angeles in the house. Hey.
That's Maria, our friends from FM Management.
Oh yes. Well, I think. She said we're looking good. We tried.
Dane and Brendan have been working out, so
hours of preparation.
I know my place.
We put pants on.
Upcoming band photos.
Pants are good. Pants are definitely good. But from time to time, it's nice when you get to do these from the waist up videos, because it's hot. So being able to breathe freely, wear a dress or something.
Yeah, whatever works.
Let it air out. All right, so Dane.
Yeah.
How do you feel about playing a song?
Well, you're kidding me. I didn't think that I would be playing a song.
Like I see you there with your guitar, and I was thinking, maybe you're just.
Oh, we know you want him.
Hey there.
You're the guy at the party that's just like, hey, it's like, oh, there's an acoustic guitar here. It's like, yeah, you brought it actually.
It's always bad though, those guys at the party when they're like, yeah, I think I know that one. It's like, okay, let's go for it. Yeah, I got it.
Let's try it. Wonderwall, let's do it.
Is that the one that's BCD? Got it.
Did you want to play something for the people, Dane?
I would love to. I want to play one of the ones that in the Sunday streams that I get a lot of the requests for. Maybe because people on Sundays, they need to get their boogie going, but it's nothing. And
nothing.
I figured I'd start in honor of, I think today is the 30-year anniversary of Seinfeld.
Really?
I think it is, yeah. And it was
Really? I didn't know that.
9 seasons they did, and it was a show about nothing. So I figured that was a good way. Are you fact checking me right now?
No,
You are too.
I'm not fact checking. I'm not fact checking.
I'm kidding. It might have been yesterday.
No, I was just gonna say that's everyone's piece of random trivia for today.
Random trivia.
You know?
Yeah. So with no further ado and no gilding of this lily, nothing. Is it a corn or is it a nut? Sit talking out. I can't believe we wasted so much time. So much time. So much to think about. But all we ever seem to do is fight. This can't be right. Yeah, I'm just here. And I swear. One of these days I walk away and then you'll see that you are nothing without me. One of these days I walk away and you'll find out that you are nothing without me. You look so good tonight. Can we ever seem to get this right? Get this right. It's on around me up so tight. I hope that this lasts for one more night. One more night. The end is near. And I swear, one of these days I walk away. You'll see that you are nothing without me. One of these days I walk away and you'll find out you are nothing without me. Yeah! You think you've got me figured out. You are all so wrong. You're all so wrong. One of these days I walk away and you see that you are nothing without me. One of these days I walk away and you find out you are nothing without me. Yeah!
Because the crowd. I'm just trying to add the sounds in.
Oh my gosh, I forgot the little scroll.
That was the easiest performance of that song for me ever.
Yeah, I think I nailed it actually.
You guys did so good.
Yeah, I did.
And I know that you only turned it off while I was playing so that people, because you guys are much more animated than I am when I play. So everybody's attention would have been on you. And I know you guys know I like to.
I think what you're saying is you need one of those like headset mics so you can run around Garth Brooks style.
Just like Britney Spears.
And Britney and Garth. Both
if you just wait and see some of the cardio that I've been working on, or choreography, sorry, for like when we get off of quarantine. I had cardio, quarantine, and choreography all in my head at once.
That's pretty good.
That could be a song.
That
Cardio,
said,
choreography.
If we have to add
cardio, quarantine, choreography. That's all you need.
Like it. It's pretty to the point. It's pretty good song actually.
Yeah, I didn't think
work with that.
Mm-hmm. It's very Jack Black.
I'm not one to get involved with other people's songs and writing and helping to finish their ideas or anything, but I think there's some legs there. So
It's got more legs than a spider. Do we have any questions on the a burst of energy? Cindy, that was exactly what I was going for. I was definitely throwing as much energy. The other songs that we may play during this thing, they might completely suck. But that one, I'm kidding.
I'm scrolling through for questions right now.
Okay.
Right now, because a lot of people are putting question marks after stuff. Mike Diesel's asking, who told you to put the bomb on? I get that joke.
The bomb.
I'm 99% sure that's a Seinfeld joke. I think that's pretty good though.
Man, I feel like I'm a Seinfeld junkie and I cannot think of that. The bomb.
Part of me thinks it's that episode where George, there's the housekeeper. Remember that one? And he gets caught getting all oiled up. Diesel's saying,
yeah, I remember
Diesel's
that.
saying, yeah.
Wow, I don't remember that at all. What is? I'm gonna have to.
You might have to go on YouTube, dig around on YouTube, and find that one.
I don't know if I can wait till the broadcast is done. But
for anyone that's wondering, Mike Diesel, who popped in on that one.
Oh, the girls.
He came out on the last Dead Set Society tour we had with Fozzy.
Yeah.
He came because I was just getting over I was still kind of sick when we went out. I just told the guys I wasn't. But I was kind of needing some help, so he came out to help do some driving and photography and work the merch and stuff like that. So
the Tiger Bomb.
He got to
general awesomeness.
He was exposed to us in ways. He's a deeper understanding of the three of us and how we function and our senses of humor and stuff like that. Amazing guitar player too, by the way.
Yeah, that was that was fun.
Here we go. We got a question. Here. Lines are open. Jem is asking any plan. I love this StreamYard thing. Any plans for the band after quarantine? I don't want to answer the question after I read it.
Honestly, I think I can speak for the three of us when, like, we definitely just want to we want to get out there and play for you guys. We love doing these live streams, but I for myself, I miss smelling your sweat in the audience while we're. I don't mean that in a weird, gross way. I only get to smell my sweat when we do the live streams. I don't get to smell anyone else's sweat, and it makes me feel self-conscious.
You can be it for the fame, or the fortune, or the smells.
Or the smells.
Well, they have that. What was it? In Willy Wonka, they had, was it Smell-O-Vision, or what was the one that had the Smell-O-Vision?
Smell-O-Vision. Yeah.
What's that from? Never mind. That's Mystery Science Theater. I'm showing my nerdness right now.
But then what was that little thingy that he... Oh.
That was Wonka Vision. But it just kind of like put stuff into the TV. It was kind of like a teleporter thing. Now in Mystery Science Theater, they have a thing called Smell-O-Vision if you want to like smell what you're watching on TV. So that could be a future thing to help people if they can't go to shows, put the VR goggles on, and then they'll feel like they're right there. all the smells.
The smells could be a good thing.
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm with Dane. I think the main thing after quarantine is just like being able to get back out and playing. We're on a podcast, a Limbo podcast last night. Some cool guys from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, which we joke about. It's probably one of the most Canadian things you can say. But we're talking about how like the live streaming is taking.
Pronounce Saskatchewan.
Saskatchewan is good too. But like live streaming kind of takes the place of live shows for a lot of artists right now, but it can like only go so far. And like personally, I'm curious to see what happens to a lot of artists because like the playing field's a little bit level right now because no one can tour. So the idea like what happens once that opens back up and artists are allowed to go tour again, because there's some that won't want to go because they still don't know if it's safe or the infrastructure's changed too much. But just the idea too of like, there's a lot of bands that can't tour because they've got day jobs, they got, families, they've got things that they can't really just up and leave for weeks at a time. So I'm just curious to see how that landscape changes, and I'm curious to see, what bands can do to maintain that. and not have to tour. But I miss tour so much. So
Yeah, definitely. We have another question, Maria. Oh, Mike, you know how to do the thingy.
yeah, where's the question?
Down.
What? But hi, but like who's the by though?
It's Maria
Maria.
asked, what do you think it'll look like when concerts start back again?
Hopefully it looks the same as it did. That's just maybe that's wishful thinking, but I'm hoping we don't, that it'll, we get this coronavirus thing under control and we can, have shows like we did. But it may be, it might be distance. It might be, 2 arm lengths between everyone. I don't know.
I've heard like capacity might be 30%.
Yeah, that's what I was
to make sure there's enough space there. Honestly, like I'm kind of okay with that, because like I'm not a big crowd person. Like, and the idea of like having a bit more space, and for anyone that's vertically challenged out there, or used to having someone that's 6'10" standing in front of you at a show, no matter where you are, like it might be better having a bit more space.
Maybe too, when you come into a venue, they'll give you a hula hoop, and you just got a hula hoop the whole time. And if anyone comes in within your hoop, then that's, you're too close, right?
I saw restaurants that were doing that. They had these like inner tubes, like those floaty inner tube things on wheels.
Well, they have those shows.
Oh, really?
They had those shows where you had to put your phone into like those little bags so that you don't take pictures or anything. Mm-hmm. So like they have that phone pouch thing as effect, and they have the Brendan, McMillan hula
you
hoop.
Go in it.
Distance is in effect, and they give everyone a hula hoop. Might want to buy some stocks and hula hoops. You never know. Could be a thing.
It could be.
You never know.
Yeah.
Just stockpile them on from Amazon.
Oh, we're getting a whole pile of questions in here. This is good. Maria, I didn't see your question because it didn't have a question mark. I'm looking for that.
Technicality.
Brendan, we got to.
Mike is big on punctuation.
I am punctuation and grammar. Brendan, who's your favorite current bass player?
Who's my favorite current bass player? Well, it's, anyone who knows me, it's Justin Chancellor. It always has been.
What band
I
is he
love
from?
Tool.
Oh, he's from Tool.
Tool.
Of course he's from Tool.
Yeah, I love Tool so much that they came through, and this is the last concert that I went to as an attendee, but they came through Toronto, and we weren't supposed to be here, and I was for some reason, and I bought a ticket that night and went down and just watched the show by myself.
I remember
and didn't really talk to anyone, and I sat down and I was perfectly happy.
I remember
was so
you
good.
Like humming and hawing about it. I'm like, dude, go! It's
Do
awesome.
it.
Just go.
Mike and
I'm so glad I did. With the outbreak of coronavirus and not being able to go to shows, I'm like so glad I did that. It was like $150 for actually not too bad of a seat for all things considering buying it that day. But no, it was Justin Chancellor.
That was my last concert as well.
It's
really?
a pretty good one. My last one was Refused.
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah, Refused at the Phoenix here, which was pretty rad.
Oh, that was awesome.
Well, because like I wanted to see them. They played all the hits, so it was good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a weird thing that we're talking about. Like, what's the last concert you saw and how long ago it was? Because like I lovely wife and I, we have a lot of concert tickets for the summer, just in case we were here.
Yeah.
Just the way the schedule is and everything like that. And it's just seeing Ticketmaster being like, it's got rescheduled or postponed and stuff. Yeah, it's a rough time that way, but.
Yeah, definitely. It's weird because like half the time we would be sitting on these kind of things talking about what was our first concert, what was the most, the coolest concert you've been to. Now it's
what was your first concert?
And do you think
what was your first big concert?
My first big concert, funny enough, was LL Cool J.
Nice.
No joke. At Lulu's in Kitchener.
That's pretty awesome.
How old were you?
I think I was like 12 or 13, something like that. It was a friend of mine's dad. One of my best friends growing up. He owned 2001 Audio Video. Like for you in the States, it's just a chain, like a big chain audio store. But Lulu's was right across the street, and he knew the owner. So we ended up getting kind of snuck in.
Nice.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Brendan?
My
concert?
first big concert, and I vaguely remember it. It was a bit lost on me, but I think I was 6 or 7, and we went to Canada's Wonderland, which is just like Cedar Point big theme park or whatever. And they have a show there every night. And my parents were like, "There's a show. We weren't planning on staying, but they're like, we're gonna stay." And I saw Fleetwood Mac.
Oh,
Original
yeah.
lineup.
Wow.
That
At
would
Canada's
be-
Wonderland.
I vaguely remember it. I remember my parents being like, "Pay attention and remember this." And I remember hearing, later on, listening to Dreams in the Chain. I was like, "Oh, I saw that live. Oh, okay, that's what that
so
was."
cool.
Anyone in the chat, first concert, throw that in the chat just out of curiosity. Mine was at the Cool House, and it was Primus was headlining. And the opener was Buckethead. And anyone knows who that is. He does nunchucks and guitar solos, and he had a weird, talking
That would
mask
be awesome.
thing. And the direct support was Incubus.
Oh,
man, really?
Yeah, but this was pre what Incubus is now. This was back when they're,
heavier.
What album
more
would that have
punkier.
been on?
I'm not even sure, because dare I say, I didn't know too much about the band because I was a big Primus fan at that time. But other people were like, Incubus is awesome. Like, yeah, it's cool, but Primus is super cool. 'Cause,
Possibly
I think
Fungus
that's cool.
Among Us.
I was gonna say, yeah.
So that was just shows like that, or you look back on it, because one of those things too. We've all been doing music. I think safely at least 15 years we've all been doing music.
Yeah.
And you think about some of these bands that have been around for 20 years already. That we grew up with, and just how they've evolved and stuff like that. Anyways, memory lane. I'm gonna shut that down.
Okay, Backstreet Boys. That's the coolest one. And New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
Nice.
That would have been awesome. Yes.
Tragically Hip, Laguna Beach.
Oh, that would be awesome. Oh, it was Sega.
Poison and Warrant. Good stuff. It's fun. It's fun to think back to the first shows that we had. So.
Yeah. Agreed.
Oh, okay.
I possibly changed my answer to Let's Play Pool for favorite bass player. I don't know. Since you said Primus, I can't stop thinking about it.
Yeah, I think knowing you, it's Justin Chancellor. It is.
Every
If there was a red pill, blue pill, and one was shaped like Les, and the other one was shaped like Justin, I know you'd pick Justin.
Oh, it's that tone, though. That tone.
Every single time that I'd wake up in the van, it would either be Tool or Nails on the radio.
Terrible Lie.
Oh my God, that song!
How many times did I make you guys listen to Pretty Hate Machine? How many times?
I love it.
It was on. It was on for a bit. Dane.
Yeah.
I think the people are rumbling. They're looking for some musical entertainment here. Do you have any of your songs in your songbook there? Is it one page or is it phone book or what?
I was asked for Bottom of the Bottle. And actually, it's funny because Mel earlier on the feed asked for what our favorite songs were from the album. She said hers was Freak. I would say that mine is in between Freak and Take Away the Pain. It's one of those two.
Brendan, you got picks from the album? Your favorite? It's different because we had our recorded favorites, and I think we have our live favorites too.
Yeah.
I really like Let It Go. And live, that was a rip
live for sure.
I'm gonna sound really old, but I felt like live it slaps.
It did slap.
Yeah, it's.
No, it was fun because even in rehearsal, because we were putting the set together, and I'm like, let's just throw that in there and see what happens. And I remember Dane and I looked at each other like, yeah.
It slapped.
My one of my favorites from the record is Freak. I like how it came together, and I remember when Brendan played the demo that he had for Dane and I from that, I was like, I already kind of heard it in my head. And similar to a lot of the Dead Set stuff.
2 notes.
When Reed was playing me demos for stuff, it's I already kind of had stuff done in my head, and when Brennan played that one for me, for sure I was like, yeah, that's a for sure on the yes pile, and we can turn that into something.
Yeah.
So there's that one, and then yeah, live. I like playing Let It Go live quite a bit. It's just fun. So
Freak, I think, is my favorite one to sing live. That one, I get to get growly on that one.
It's
can
pretty
see
fun
that.
too. There's some pretty fun bass wanks in that one that made it on. I was like, yes.
Speaking of which, that is my favorite part in Let It Go, and probably one of my favorite little musical pieces on the album is the bass part in the second.
Back half the second verse.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's super fun.
yeah.
Oh, it's good stuff, Dane.
But yeah,
People-
so with no further ado,
People are asking.
bottom of the bottle. Sing along if you'd like. I tried to play this straight. I tried to do this over. Too little, all too late. Each day is one step closer. Seems that everything is pulling me at the seams. Just don't get too close to me. 'Cause every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. And even though I try so hard, I keep reaching for the bottom. You tell me that I won't survive unless I fight. I know you're right. Every time I fall apart, hit the bottom, bottom, bottom. Hit the bottom of the bottle. You tried to pull me in, I tried to drag you under. Who knows how long it's been? Why should we even bother? Seems that everything is pulling me at the seams. Just don't get too close to me, yeah. 'Cause every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. Even though I try so hard, I keep reaching for the bottom. You tell me that I won't survive unless I fight. I know you're right. But every time I fall apart, hit the bottom. The bottom, keep trying to break free. These chains are heavy, chains are heavy, chains are heavy. Keep trying to break free. These chains are heavy, yeah. Every time I fall apart, hit the bottom of the bottle. And even though I try too hard, I keep reaching for the bottom. You tell me that I won't survive unless I fight. I know you're right. Every time I fall apart, hit the bottom, the bottom, the bottle. Hit the bottom of the bottle. Oh, hit the bottom of the bottle. Oh, thank you.
It's like a Toronto show.
Yeah.
I was dancing, I was grooving along, and then I'm like, oh, they can't see me.
Can't
Mhm.
see.
I'll just keep grooving.
No, it was good.
I'll just cut to you next. I was answering some questions in the chat there. I'll cut to you next time, Brendan. That's my fault.
Next time, just put
Sleep at the wheel.
lighters up. Just put lighters up right in front of the camera. Just for mood.
Electronics love that. Extreme light
Yeah.
and heat.
Exactly.
They think it's great. They think
That'll
this
work.
is great.
There's got to be like an app on our phones that we can do.
That'd be safer. I saw a question. Here from.
Questiones.
Just want to bring it up. Oh, accidentally hit that. Sorry, Cindy. It's Billy Hawkins. Where is it? There's something I want to address here. Billy Hawkins was asking, when do we get a quarantine live full band show? That's something that we've talked about. We have been doing the distancing. I put my hand up for that. My MS meds, they do knock down my immune system. So I'm in that group that has the compromised immune system. And as much as we're feeling safe with distancing and masks and stuff, we've been trying to be mindful of that. Because we do have family, close family. It also has immune systems or that have issues. So we've been trying to be mindful of that. We've definitely talked about getting together in the next month or two to try and do some acoustic stuff at least. There's a couple places we might be able to do some louder stuff. But it's definitely one of those things where we've been wanting to do it, but risk versus reward. And
it's not.
Yeah, so it's a little bit tough that these days. And trust me, like I'm probably not just speaking for myself, but when you see other bands that are getting together and doing their live streams together, I'm like, I kind of want to do that.
It's
just,
tough, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just wait a little bit longer just to see what's going on. I have faith though that things will be getting better in the near future, and we can figure out ways that we can get together and still safely distance and get some live streams going. So.
That being said, I'm not opposed to hazmat suits, but they're really expensive. So if somebody wanted to, send Tense Machine hazmat suits, I think we could attempt it.
That's true.
Or like inflatable bubbles. We'll set up in the bubbles.
Oh, Bubble Boys.
You could do that. That's
actually
true.
There was somebody did that. Somebody played a show and they were in.
That was Flaming Lips did one.
Okay, maybe
that's
it was
like a very Flaming Lips thing to do. So, anyways, I wanted to address that question from Billy there. Because we're looking through some of the past Bobflix and Chills videos, and you see the full band on there playing acoustically and stuff, and I was like, is there a way that we can do that? But with the delay between all the feeds and stuff, it just really wouldn't really work. And then the other way that we could have done that too, not to pull the curtain, is bands like pre-record their stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just play the video and like, yeah, we all did that live together, and it's like, no, you didn't. You all pieced it together in After Effects or in Final Cut. So, anyways, I just wanted to address that. It's something that's definitely on our minds, and we'll be doing that as soon as we can.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, one day the technology gets better, so we could do it like separate in our homes through the internet. But it's just not there. Like if we tried to jam along with Dane, it would just be a chaotic mess. Might be entertaining for a few seconds, but.
Like how rehearsal, it was great. I don't have to try it all because like we're all over the place, so it's great.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting. Because when the hardest thing is the better the musician, the harder it is because you just start trying to play to each other, and it's just this round circle of everyone starting to slow down or speed up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing some people typing clapping into the comments. That's good.
That's very cool.
It lets us know that we can use brackets, you can use little asterisks, whatever you want to use. That's good.
I will say I'm really loving this StreamYard thing that you have us on, Mike.
Me too. This is fun, and you know me being the control freak all the time. It's like I can flip stuff around. I can do all this. I can do all this stuff. We can just.
It would be wicked if you could start putting like, effects and stuff on us so that. Like you could be like, I'm trying to pick Brendan's nose. Oh, I can't do it.
That'd be weird. That'd be weird if your finger came at Brendan's camera there.
It'd be cool though.
There's another industry that would probably really appreciate technology like that, but I'll just leave that for another time. Scrolling through some questions here. Kelly Walsh asked, I wanted to get this one. What has surprised you most in your career? Brendan, I'm going to start with you on that one because you have the most rock star career start, I would say, with your MDD past.
What surprised me the most in our career? I don't know, just how like normal everyone is. Like you think of meeting like rock stars, like Chad Kroeger. Like My Darkest Days, we toured with them for a couple months. And, we recorded our albums at his house and everything. He wasn't there all the time. But yeah, just how, like, I don't know. Just when I was a kid, I thought, like, you'd meet these people and they'd have these, like, personalities that were, like, you see them on stage and you hear them and you're like, they must be this, like, crazy alien person that's, like, so out of this world or something. And then you meet them and it's like, they're just a dude. And you're like, oh, he's just a dude. Like, he's obviously like people like that are obviously crazy talented, but there's something it was like a disconnect. I just was expecting something else. And then you meet them and you're like, oh, it's pretty normal. Actually, he's just a guy. Like,
yeah.
So normalcy amongst people with jobs.
Yeah. He's just a guy doing a job at the end of the day.
Dane?
I think the thing that surprised me the most is the fact that you can be so close to success, but so close to failure. I've seen people that I thought for sure were destined to just be like the next huge thing, and the smallest little misstep, and they're not really seen or heard from again. And I don't mean like somebody kills them or something, but yeah, things can change really, really quickly, and I think that's and it keeps surprising me because luckily for everybody that I know, at least immediately, nothing has drastically gone wrong except for the fact that no one can leave their house or travel or anything like that. But yeah, things can just change really, really drastically. And so, we were talking about it the other night on a podcast or last night that, you always have to be kind of thinking that the next awesome thing that's going to happen is right around the corner.
Yeah, no, that was a really interesting topic. You're talking about high highs and low lows of being in music, and it's like, the high highs can knock you off so quickly, and the low lows can make you quit so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And like just the gap between those two. Talking about the things can change really quickly. I can't remember the artist name. It's a country artist in Canada, but he shared an article talking about some COVID stuff, and there was something in there that was really controversial that he didn't really touch on, and like fans grabbed it and just chewed into him, and he got like canceled, like dropped from his label, like everything. And it's like, one of those like 24-hour things where all of a sudden you have a career and now you don't. And just little things like that. It's tough for artists, and even politics and stuff. Like it's tough for people to talk about certain things. And I would say the thing that surprises me most, but my music career in particular, it's like how much of it doesn't really revolve around playing or making music. And it sounds really weird, but like the more I got into bands, the more I realized how much is done in the back end, like how much paperwork there is, how much admin, how much planning. Like, yes, when you have managers and management, like they take care of a good number of those things, but there's just so much stuff. And even these days too, it's like you're a musician, but we're expected to wear several hats. We're expected to be, designers, be recording our own records, trying to get our videos done, like or our own stylists, just wear black. There's just so many things where it's just like so much of the time is not playing music. That's when I see and hear certain bands that they just look at in the rehearsal space 3 times a week and thinking that that's a big part of the job. And just like the more you move up and the more you kind of get serious about stuff and turn it into a career or try to, you're not playing music. And you need to just have faith that like your ability to play will be there when you need it. Your ability to ride that bike is there when you actually need it. So that surprised me because you just think it's just about the music, and it's like there's so much back and there's so much business in the music business.
Yeah. So, no, that's very true.
Well, thank you for the question, Kelly.
Yeah,
well, it's interesting because it's like there's sides of musicians that people don't get to see all the time or hear about because it's not always glamorous what's going on in being in a band. Dane.
I just adjusted my view a little bit. There was I think it was David. Yeah. Was just asking for the guitar players out there if I could show my my guitar neck.
Want to see the other hands there?
Wants to see what's going on.
See what's going on.
Part about that is you get to see my nifty pants.
Look at those pants.
Look at these things. Yeah.
Nice.
I told you I'm nifty.
Are those pants going to be available on eBay after, or can we put them in the actual Tenth Machine merch store?
Unfortunately, Mike, you're going to have to deal with these pants a little bit. No, I'm kidding. These aren't stage pants. These are special occasion pants.
So we don't have that technology to smell stuff yet.
They match the glasses. Honestly, that's all it is.
You guys, it's, your shoes and belt, glasses, pants. That's what you do.
That's how you do it.
Hey, Dane.
What's up, Mike?
I just got an email in. People are wondering if you got another song you might want to play.
I don't know. I don't know if I know any other songs. Is there one in particular you'd like to hear?
that I would like to hear. Not yet. Player's choice. Is there? I'm not to put you on the spot. Is there anything that you like to play?
Okay. No, I like
We talked about doing 3 songs.
Yeah.
So you either play a third one, or you can play a third and fourth one.
Okay, so you are giving me.
I think we got time.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll maybe change what I'm going to play now. I'll maybe. I'll maybe do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of the other.
But beforehand, Dane was like, "Do not surprise me changing anything that we talked about." He just sent a picture. It was like a meme picture of him just like pointing at the camera. And like, don't change it on me.
I acted like I was giving you the fist to the moon. But now, one thing I will warn you, David. This you'll see what I'm playing here. But this is not what's on the album, because on the album I was playing a baritone guitar, so it's a little bit different. But this way you'll be able to play it on your guitar. So I'm going to play. This is another one of my favorites from the album, and this one was definitely this is one of the ones that came from a long time ago, and Mike ended up kind of saying, "Oh, that's got some legs," and then it was Dino that definitely would not let us not put it on the album. So it's called "Don't Want to Fight." So tired of all of your games. Why can't we just believe in the same things? Every time you look that way, feel like we'll never be the same. Been here before. Always seem to know what to say to make me feel like I wanna stay. Been here before, and I should've walked away today. I could've thrown it all away. I could've done it all alone. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe
Brennan's got it.
I like your fire, Brendan. I like your fire.
I don't have anything.
It's okay. Yeah, so
Come on, baby, light my fire.
that is one of my other favorites from the album. But how much time do we have, Mike?
We got about 10 minutes.
So you want to chat and then I'll play one more tune, or do you want me to play
we got
one more
a
tune?
couple minutes to chat here.
All right, sweet.
Also, like there's been some concern. There's a lot of questions that people feel are going unanswered. So what we might do is just scrape through this later. We might do a follow-up. We can answer a few more questions on a future broadcast. Remember, Dane has his Sundays at 6.
Yeah.
And then Brendan and I usually take over Wednesdays. So funny enough, we're here. I think we got time for. Where is it? Where is it? 1 second. I just gotta find it. Where is it? I was talking about the band name, how we came up with the band name. And there's a long answer and there's a short answer for that.
I say give like an in-betweeny.
I just thought it was 2 words that were cool together.
I had a whole meaning meant in my head when you said Tense Machine. Automatically, I was like, "Oh yeah,
just like
that makes sense."
James Cameron movie just took off, and you're just like James Cameron and Michael Bay at the same time. There's explosions and cars, and it was like crazy. You're like, oh my god, this is awesome. I'm like, I think it just sounds cool together.
I'm pretty sure that
there it is. No doubt you were asked this, but where did the name Tense Machine go? Yeah, we were all throwing names into the pile, and I was just thinking, no, that's just a cool word there. And then the other part of the joke with that is like, if you're in a band, jam your band name into Google. If anything shows up, try again. We learned that the hard way.
Yes.
You think you're good, and you're not. That being said, if anyone Googles Dead Set's original title, there's like 4 of those bands now on Spotify.
Yeah.
So one of them like put a record out like 2 months ago. So all the best. All the best with that.
Yes.
I wouldn't advise it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't.
Ryan is from my hometown. Actually, we were swamp neighbors when we were growing up. So that means we lived on a country road, and there's a couple kilometers in between us, or almost a kilometer, and a swamp between us. But neighbors nonetheless.
Thank you for clarifying, swamp neighbors.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something that
it came out. I'm like, all right, we gotta get out of this.
It might be something like Eskimo Brothers.
Yeah, swamp neighbors. Ooh.
So yeah, Ryan, that it's sometimes 2 cool words put together. Put it into Google, see if anything shows up, and if it doesn't, that's a good place to start. So I always tell bands, if you can't get your .com, you're gonna have problems. So, Dane, we got time for one more. I know we're jamming 2 songs in back to back like this at the end.
Should I think I should play Best Mistake. We've got that.
I think that's a good pick, and I would like to thank 101.5 Bob Rocks again for spinning the single. And so far, so good. Little band from Canada. They can't tour. The border's closed.
Yeah. So thanks for having us on. Absolutely.
We're not allowed to come see you, but play our songs. Thank you.
Much appreciated. All right, whenever you're good, Dane, take it away.
All right.
I was just gonna ask, did I mess up your tuning?
No, that's fine. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Mike. It's fine. All righty. Best Mistake. Thank you. I know you got to leave. I want to beg you, please, before you walk away. I see the look in your eyes. I'm going to make you cry. Why don't you come and play? I just can't stand the thought of you with someone else. Let's make the best mistake, the best mistake. do between me and you. Make it worth your while. Secret more strong ego. Let's try to change your side. I just can't stand the thought of you with someone else. Let's make the best mistake ever made. We just can't throw it away, can't throw it away. 'Cause I'm your best mistake. Let's make the best mistake we've ever made. We just can't throw it away, can't throw it away. 'Cause I'm your best mistake. I am the best mistake we've ever made. We just can't throw it away, can't throw it away. 'Cause I'm your best mistake. 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 Yeah.
Woo!
That was awesome. Thanks,
The clap-
Dane.
The claps
I'm not
make
being
me feel
sarcastic. I think it was really good.
Thank you.
It's nice. It's nice that we have.
I wish you guys were
I'm
playing with
I'm
me,
gonna
though.
pump this guy's tires for a second here. It's nice having someone in your bands as talented at acoustic guitar and singing as you are. Because like I know this is the Dane Hartzell that I've known for 10 years, where you can just grab his acoustic guitar and just throw down. So thanks, Dane.
I appreciate it. I wish you guys were playing with me. I look forward to us figuring that out.
Like mentally, I'm there, but I'm not physically there.
Yep.
Playing.
Yep. Mentally, I'm playing along. I can sing the bass lines if you want. Boom, boom, boom,
I like
boom.
it.
All right, well, we're almost out of time. I thought this was fun. I thought
This is a lot of fun.
fun get
I
together.
very much appreciate it for you guys having us on. If I'm guessing they're listening to us right now.
They are. Oh, Jeremy Isabel just showed up too. Much appreciated. Jeremy
Yeah.
did some sound for us when we were out
Oh, Jeremy's
in
on.
the area and did a lot of the festival stuff with Dead Set. You got to see all the cool stuff. So
I will say the delays never sound better than when Jeremy is rocking
Jeremy's
our
on.
I love listening to it bounce off the back halls.
All right. Just want to thank 101.5 Bob Rocks again for having us. Let's do the takeover here in Bobflix and Chill. It's been fun. Again, thanks for spinning our single best mistake. And everyone that's been requesting it.
Yes.
I do hear you in the tweets and stuff. Anything you guys want to say? We got a couple minutes here. Anything you guys want to say?
I would just definitely resound or repeat the same thing you just did. It's amazing to feel the support. What about you, Brendan?
Yes, it's great that you guys are all sticking with us, and we can't wait to get back out and play. And stations like this that are playing independent bands, it really makes it possible for us to do this, right? So it's very appreciated.
Oh, and one other thing too, like there's a lot of friends and fans and whatnot that message us on our personal accounts, and they'll say, "I'm sorry for bugging you." You're not bugging us. Keep messaging, because honestly, that's what keeps us kind of going through this quarantine. Is hearing from you guys, hearing what songs you like, hearing what's going on in your world, because that is the coolest thing about social media. So I only say that because I've heard that from a couple people in the last couple days. They followed their message up with, sorry to bug you, or I hope I'm not bugging you. You're definitely not bugging us. It's fun to hear from you,
sure.
and we do look
great.
forward to it.
And something too. It's like, we're not really too busy. We don't really have jobs right now, so you're not really bugging us.
Not at all.
It's easier to get back to those though, because that's one thing. When we start seeing messages in the in the band page inbox, that gets lost. But when I just see the message pop up on the screen, it's easier for me to. Unfortunately, I respond to a lot of those in my head and keep doing what I'm doing, but it is easier for me to kind of keep up on those. All right, I think that's our time.
Yes,
So
indeed.
they're gonna hack back into the internet mainframe systems network and kick us off here. So thanks again, 101.5 Bob Rocks for having us, Bobflix and Chill. Can't wait to see who they have up next. And thanks again, everyone, for taking part and watching.
Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
We'll see you guys later. All right, that was I think that was pretty good.
Are we still on?
Well,
Yeah, it went
I don't
well.
think they probably can't hear us now because the end screen's up.
I wonder if they can hear us.
I think they can. It says live still. It'd be funny if they could.